In today's video, we'll be going for probably my most grindiest platinum yet, Dead Rising. Dead Rising is a game where you have to survive 72 hours in a mall while fighting off thousands of zombies. Time is crucial in this game, so there's no time to waste. One of the trophies requires me to spend 14 real life hours doing, but we'll save that to the last part of the video. You play as a character named Frank West, who is a freelance photojournalist who always loved chasing a big scoop. He catches some weird things happening in a small town called Willamette, which is located in Colorado. He knows his military is there, which he knows something big is happening. We end up jumping off the helicopter and landing on top of a mall called Willamette Parkview Mall, and here is where we meet Carlito.
You're the reporter, aren't you?
Yeah.
You came alone.
And Carlito knows something, but he's not telling us.
Think you'd better see for yourself. This, my friend, is hell.
We end up entering the mall and seeing more survivors that are holed up in the entrance plaza. Things go from 0 to 100 real quick. We end up making it back to safe house where we meet Brad and Jesse, who have been holed up here for a couple of days. They're looking for someone known as the Professor because they believe he might have an idea on what's really going on around here. Brad takes it upon himself to go find him. This is where we meet one of our survivors, Jeff. There's a trophy for rescuing 50 survivors, but it definitely wasn't an easy task. I hate this Apache. Yeah, getting grabbed right now was the best thing ever. But it wasn't long before we found his wife waiting just around the corner. Once we finished up, we headed to the food court to look for Brad. We heard he was there. On the way there, we ran to Jessie, who was looking for him too. She was really worried about him. And this absolute banger of a line was introduced.
I've covered wars, you know.
Then we meet Kent, another photojournalist who's obsessed with capturing the perfect shot, but that obsession eventually leads them down a dark path. Eventually we find Brad pinned down while Carlito is firing at him, so we team up with Brad to take on Carlito. Since Brad gave me an extra weapon, I basically had like 2 pistols, so I ended up beating Carlito. Yes! Let's go! Carlito decides to run away, but I doubt that that's the last time we'll see him. We eventually discovered the Professor's last location, so Brad and I set out to find him. Eventually, we found more survivors hiding out, so I went and tried and save them, but things didn't go as planned. Whoa, 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 whoa. A few minutes later, I ended up dying, completely forgetting there's no autosaves, so I had to start all the way from the beginning. Oh my god, I have to start all the way back here? Oh my. Things weren't all bad. I ended up popping my first 2 trophies.
Fantastic.
Boom! Photojournalist. Oh my god. Maybe it was a good thing I died and I didn't save the game. Oh, and I got another one. Let's go. We end up saving them by bringing them back to the safe house. We end up going back and saving Leia, who was just around the corner. And this is where we run to our first psychopath of the game. There's even a trophy for defeating him. After a one-sided fight, we ended up beating him and earned our trophy for defeating our first psychopath. Oh my god. Yes! Yes! Self-defense. Yes! After defeating him, we saved another survivor named Greg, who turned out to be a janitor and gave us a shortcut to Paradise Plaza. This shortcut ends up playing a crucial role in helping us get the 50 survivors trophy. After finally getting the shortcut, we headed to the next mission, but before that, we picked up a couple more survivors along the way. After delivering the survivors, we met up with Brad, who had found the Professor, but the Professor refused to move until we could guarantee him safe passage. So Brad and I headed back to the safe house to make preparations. As we returned to the safe house, we discovered the reason we haven't been able to contact anyone is because the signal was being jammed. Brad suggests that once we get the Professor, we'll find our own way out of here. Then we let Brad and Jesse know that there's a helicopter coming in 3 days, and that is our only ticket out of here. But we need the Professor to tell us what's really going on around here. Brad says he'll explain everything later and heads out to gather supplies to make sure we're safe until the helicopter arrives. After wandering around for a couple of minutes, we headed back to the safe house to start the next case. After waiting around for a while, Jesse spots some suspicious activity happening on the monitor. Someone's dragging the Professor. We figure out it's happening in the entrance plaza, so Brad and I head out that way. We make it to the entrance plaza, but just as we arrive, we're ambushed by none other than Carlito, who got the Professor tied up and surrounded by a horde of zombies. Brad and I charge in to save him. After defeating Carlito for the second time, he tries to escape, but both he and Brad get injured in the process, so we take Brad and the Professor back to the safe house. We made it back to the safe house with Brad and the Professor. While we were there, Brad started to come down with a fever, so we went out to go go look for some medicine. We head towards the pharmacy, but that's when we ran into our second psychopath of the game. It took us a couple minutes to defeat him, but his shotgun was definitely annoying. Anyway, once we beat him, we saved Isabella, but she wasn't having it and just dipped. Steven, the psychopath we just took down, ended up dropping the pharmacy key. We grabbed the medicine, but before heading back to the security room, we took a moment to rescue a couple more survivors. After giving Jesse the medicine, we were ready to start the next mission. After the professor wakes up, he mentions something about Santa Cabeza and hints that he might know more, but before he can explain, Jesse shuts the door on us, so we head out to find Isabella, hoping she can tell us something. Before we can find Isabella, we make a quick pit stop for the next side mission called Hatchet Man, our third psychopath encounter in the game. For this third psychopath, we were about to absolutely, we got one tab, but thankfully we had a save, so we come back. Once we came back again, we were prepared and ready to whoop him. I died again. We came back a third time extra prepared with heals on me, and hey, they always say third time's a charm, and sure enough, I finally beat him. Yeah! After beating him, we headed back to the safe house, but before that, we picked up a couple more survivors along the way. Once we entered the Paradise Plaza, we were introduced to our fourth psychopath of the game, but we won't be fighting him just yet for now. His cult members are scattered around the mall until we finally take him down. Once we get back to the security room, we spot Isabella on the camera in the North Plaza, so we head that way. But before we can confront Isabella, we'll make a detour to fight our fifth psychopath of the game. I ended up getting one tapped again, and it's because I have a really bad habit of not checking my HP before I join a fight. But thankfully, I have a save not too far back, so this time I came back with full HP. After getting knocked out multiple times, I eventually adapted to her moveset, and we were finally able to beat her. Yeah! Wow, 1 HP though. That's not good. After defeating her, we earned our trophy called Psycho Photos, which is earned by taking 4 photos of psychopaths.
Perfect.
Oh, Psycho Photo. We escorted the 4 survivors back to the safe house, and after that, we moved on to face the Sniper family. 3 members, each accounting as 5th, 6th, and 7th psychopath of the game. After defeating at least one of the psychopaths, I earned a trophy called Peacekeeper, which required me to defeat 5 psychopaths. After defeating the rest of the family, we head to our next mission, which involved Isabella. Once I got there, I had to fight her. I unfortunately ended up dying, so I decided to go back and see if I could try to take her down for the second time. There we go. Oh my god. After defeating Isabella, we talked to her and asked her about Santa Cabeza. She explains that the only way to get the information we need is to talk to Carlito, but he's injured right now. Isabella says she'll bring him to us once he's healed, and reveals that she can do this because she's his little sister. And that's when we find out that Carlito was the one who started the zombie outbreak. He did it to send a message. Here's the moment where I realized I was able to use the bike. Oh, we take the bike! Yes! Okay. Once we got the bike, we cruised around for a bit and ended up snagging the trophy for killing 1,000 zombies. Zombie Hunter! After that, we headed back to pick up some more survivors and escort them to the security room. Once we got back, the professor explained that the cause of the outbreak was a drug. After finding out the truth, we head to the next mission to talk to Isabella. After waiting around for a while, Isabella finally shows up, but before she can say anything, she's attacked. After taking down the zombie that attacked her, we discovered that Carlito has shot Isabella. We quickly decided to bring her back to the security room. Once we get her back to the security room, we let Jesse and Brad know that she's Carlito's sister. Brad says he wants to question her as soon as she wakes up. We ended up running into the psychopath from earlier, and on our first attempt, we ended up beating him. After a while, I ended up dying, but not before earning a trophy for capturing a perfect shot of a massive group of zombies.
Perfect.
Group photo! And then another trophy, this time for snapping 10 photos of survivors.
Good.
There we go. We went back and grabbed the survivors and made it back just in the nick of time. After making it back to the security room, we discovered that the outbreak wasn't caused by a drug. It was something far worse. It started with wasps right in the facility where the professor once worked at, and then out of nowhere, he lunged at Jesse trying to bite her. He kicked the professor off of Jesse, and that's when he confessed. The drug story was just a cover-up. He was the one that released them. After a while, the professor turns to a zombie, and Brad's the one that puts him down. Now that we know what happened, now we seriously have to get out of here. While we waited, I decided to knock out some miscellaneous trophies. Here's me earning one trophy called Costume Party, which requires me to place 10 novelty masks on 10 different zombies. There we go. Here's me taking on the prisoners and jacking the right to earn the trophy Carjacker. Oh my god. Carjacker! Next up was our 9th psychopath. He was the easiest one yet, barely put up a fight. So honestly, it wasn't that difficult. Once we made it back, we found out that Carlito's last resort was to blow up the mall. Feeling cornered, he planned to take everything down with him. If he succeeds, the outbreak will go global, and it's up to Brad and me to stop it. We headed into the maintenance tunnels and found out there was 5 bombs we had to track down. After a tense search, we managed to find them all and stop the explosions just in time. While we were taking care of the bombs, Brad was locked in a fight with Carlito. In the struggle, Carlito pushed Brad into a horde of zombies. Sadly, that was the last time we'll ever see him. No, poor Brad. No, that's not, you're not gonna do it to my boy Brad like that. No. While we waited ready for the next mission, I popped the trophy for destroying 100 items. Once we got back to the security room, Isabella mentioned something about a laptop that has all the information we need on it. And it's at his hideout, which she knows where it's at. So me and her set out to go find it. Oh. My type of woman. We eventually found Carlito's hideout, and it turns out this is where the signal has been getting jammed. The only way to stop it is for us to log into his computer, but we needed a password. Before we can figure anything out, Jesse calls us, says something was going down on the security cameras. We rushed back to the security room to see what was happening, and on the cameras, we spotted Carlito being dragged by someone outside of a butcher shop, so we headed that way as fast as we can. We entered the butcher shop and found out the butcher was trying to kill Carlito. We put a stop to him and ended up beating him on our first try, earning a trophy for killing 10 psychopaths. Punisher! Let's go. What's this one? After we beat the butcher, we tried to get the password from Carlito, but before he died, he handed us a necklace to give to Isabella, and then he succumbed to his injuries. When we returned, we gave Isabella the unfortunate news and handed her the necklace. Using it, she was able to figure out the password. With the jammer finally down, Jesse was able to call for help. After a while, Jesse called us and broke the news. No one was coming to help us. The government wanted to cover everything up, and at midnight, they were sending special forces to wipe everything out. As we made it back to the security room, the military showed up early before the operation could even start. They tried to force Jesse to sign an agreement to keep everything that happened here a secret. But out of nowhere, Jesse turned into a zombie and killed the soldier. Once we made it into the security room, we found a zombified Jesse. I snapped a photo of her and earned a trophy for capturing a picture of a zombified Jesse.
Good.
Snap shot, yeah. Here's me earning a trophy for shooting over 1,000 bullets. Here's me earning another trophy for killing 10 special forces soldiers. Here's me earning a trophy called Marathon Runner, which required me to run over 26 miles. As the helicopter was about to arrive, we ran to the helipad to escape the mall finally. But me being dumb, I completely forgot to get to the roof in time and probably ended up getting the worst ending in the game. Here's me earning a trophy for surviving 72 hours in the mall. Here's my reaction to getting the worst ending, and I knew I messed up.
When you're dead, you're dead. Huh?
Here's me earning 2 trophies for saving 10 survivors and for saving 20 survivors. But don't worry, I ended up having a save not too far back, and I went back and actually got the real ending. After completing the overtime mode, we finally move on to the final ball. After finally beating him on our first try, we earned 2 trophies for getting the true end and another trophy for not being knocked out. For our next playthrough, we strictly focused on survivors only, and there was a lot of frustrating moments when going for this trophy. God, I hate this a passion. 4 or 5. Sally, what are we doing? Get up! What are you doing? Yeah, getting grabbed right now is the best thing ever. I literally can't be getting grabbed because my guys just die. No! No! Sally? No. Stay back. Yeah, that moment very much upset because now I have to rescue all those survivors again. But not everything was too bad. I ended up popping a trophy for having 8 survivors altogether. Here's me earning another trophy for reaching level 50.
Fantastic.
Let's go! Level max. Here's me earning a trophy for taking a picture of a zombified Brad. Yes! Snuff shot B. Let's go. Here's me earning a trophy for killing over 10,000 zombies. Here's me earning a trophy called Stunt Driver. Here's me earning a trophy for not missing a single bullet with my assault rifle. After finally beating the game, I was doubting myself that I was even going to get the same trophy, but here's my reaction to getting it. I got it! Yes! Yes! I got it! Get at least 50 survivors out the wall! I got it! Oh my god, I got it! I got it! Oh my god. Here's me earning a trophy for taking photos of 50 survivors.
Good.
Oh! For this next trophy, this trophy took me about 4 to 5 hours real lifetime to do. And it's for me killing over 53,000 zombies, and the trophy is called Zombie Genocider. 591. Here's me another trophy for knocking down 30 zombies with the umbrella. Here's me earning another trophy for knocking down 10 zombies with a bowling ball. Oh, this is perfect. Hold up. Boom! Strike! Here's me earning 3 miscellaneous trophies. For this next trophy, all I had to do was just shoot down the helicopter that was in the overtime mode, but it was way more easier now since I have the Mega Blaster. Oh! I got it! Helicopter. And then there they go. After we were done with that trophy, we decided to go for the all clothing trophy, and this is me earning Sharp Dresser. White dressers. Oh! Here's me earning another trophy for putting on every clothing in the mall.
Yeah.
Oh! Clothes horse. Change it to all costumes available in the mall. Okay, we did it. We did it. Here's me doing another playthrough where I have to answer all the calls from Otis. Here's me earning a food trophy for eating all types of food available in the mall. What I gotta do is eat a spoiled pizza and I get the trophy here. There we go. Gourmet. Here's me earning a trophy called Frank the Pimp, which requires me to escort 8 female survivors. Uh-oh. Jennifer? And then there we go, Frank the... Uh-oh. Sorry, Jennifer. Here's me earning a trophy for photographing every single PP sticker on the map. Come on. There we go, PP collector. There we go. That shouldn't have said that out loud. No, it's like, here's me earning one of the last trophies, and it's for me taking pictures of every survivor and every psychopath in the game. And this took me another playthrough, but we finally got it, and here's my reaction to that. There we go. Full set. Here's me earning an indoorsman trophy, which requires me to spend 24 hours indoors, which is about 2 to 3 hours in real life. Thank you. Thank you, indoorsman. Here's me finally earning the last of the trophies and finally earning the platinum. There we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see any other games like this, just let me know in the comments.